Federal government right governors plan mass prisoners release. We are intellectuals, not casual workers. ASUU condemns half salary. And in business news this morning, Scarcity. Marketers ask federal government to increase fuel price, says selling below 200 naira per litre unrealistic. DMO offers November 2022 FGN Savings Bond with higher interest rates. NDLEA arrests 21 suspected drug dealers in Rivers. Good morning. Welcome to news update from your number one business radio, Broadstreet Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited, Ajao Estate Branch, and Dependable Securities Limited. I am Otosi James Chuku, and here are the news in full. Welcome back. Rauf Aregbesola, Minister of Interior, has written to the Nigerian Governors Forum to request a meeting in order to decongest jails around the country. This was made known to our correspondent by the minister's media advisor, Shola Fashure, on Tuesday. In exactly 1 month, Aregbesola stated he would meet with the state governors to agree on the mass release of at least 30% of convicts from correctional facilities around the country. The minister said that the interface was necessary as more than 90% of the inmates were being held for contravening various state laws, noting that over 70% of the 75,635 inmates at present were awaiting trial. The minister added that the decongestion of the 253 custodial centers nationwide was necessary, as some of the inmates have no reason to remain in custody. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has been directed by the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja to respond to a fresh suit that is seeking to disqualify the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu. Tinubu in the suit was accused of breaching Section 90, subsection 3 of the Electoral Act. Justice Ahmed Mohammed, in his ruling on Tuesday, granted leave to the plaintiff, Incorporated Trustees of Kingdom Human Rights Foundation International, to apply for an order of mandamus against the INEC boss, Professor Mahmood Yakubu. The presiding judge ordered the electoral body, the APC, and Tinubu to file their defense before November 15, when the case will be heard. The Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASUU) has described the half salary payment to its members by the federal government following the suspension of its 8-month-old strike as an aberration. It regretted that after it suspended the strike, the response of the government towards ASUU's demonstration of trust was the so-called pro rata payment for 18 days as the October 2022 salaries of academics, therefore portraying them as daily paid workers. ASUU, in the statement released on Tuesday and signed by its president, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, following the National Executive Committee meeting it held on Monday in Abuja, said paying academics on pro rata basis like casual workers is unprecedented in the history of university-oriented labor relations, and therefore condemned this attempt to reduce Nigerian scholars to casual workers in its entirety. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back with the business news. Welcome back, and it's business news this morning. The National Operations Controller of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Mike Osatui, has called on the federal government to increase the petrol pricing template to between 200 naira and 210 naira per litre. Speaking in an interview with journalists on Tuesday, Osatui described as unrealistic the federal government's pricing template that fixed pump price at 169 naira per litre when the landing cost of the fuel at the station is 194 naira per litre. According to Osatui, there are some cost fundamentals, additional charges and levies that are not factored into the template currently in use. The IP man controller called on the federal government to open up on petrol landing cost and the realistic pump price, stressing that totally deregulating the downstream sector remained the best option. The Debt Management Office, DMO, on behalf of the federal government has announced the offer for a subscription to the November 2022 Federal Government Savings Bond. The circular issued by the DMO explained that there are two tranches of issuances, 2-year and 3-year savings bonds with the interest rates of 12.492% and 13.492% respectively. The opening date for subscription opens November 7th, 2022, closing on November 11th, 2022. The settlement date is November 16th, 2022, and coupon payment dates will be on February 16th, May 16th, August 16th, and November 16th, 2023. Unit of sale 1,000 naira per unit, subject to a minimum subscription of 5,000, and in multiples of 1,000 thereafter, subject to a minimum subscription of 50 million. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency said its operatives had arrested a suspected drug kingpin, Damian Onoha, during a raid in Elele Alimini, town of Emoha, local government of Rivers State. The agency said the suspect, aged 40, was arrested at about 3:30 p.m. on Monday with 1.6 kilogram of white and brown methamphetamine, while the sum of 650,000 naira, 700 naira was also recovered from him. The Rivers State NDLEA commander Ahmed Mahmouda disclosed this in a statement issued on Tuesday and made available to journalists in Port Harcourt. The statement, which was signed by the spokesperson for the state command, Emmanuel Ogungbada, also said the command arrested 21 suspects, including 2 females. This is news update from your #1 business radio, Broadstreet Radio, in association with Automedics Auto Care Limited, Ajao Estate Branch, and Dependable Securities Limited. Before we go, a recap of the major stories. Federal government right governors and plans mass prisoners release. We are intellectuals, not casual workers. ASUU condemns house salary. And in business news this morning, Scarcity. Marketers ask federal government to increase fuel price, says selling below 200 naira per litre unrealistic. DMO offers November 2022 FGN Savings Bond with higher interest rates. NDLEA arrests 21 suspected drug dealers in Rivers. Enjoy the rest of the day. I am Otusi James Chuku, and you're listening to your #1 business radio, Broadstreet Radio. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms. Follow and like our page on Facebook at Broadstreet Radio NG. Join the conversations on our Instagram and Twitter handles at Broadstreet Rad. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Broadstreet Radio NG on YouTube. And our website is www.broadstreetradio.com. You could also reach out to us via WhatsApp on 0809-791-0074. For sponsorship and advert placement on Broadstreet Radio, the numbers to call are 0809-791-0073 or 0803-436-1400. You could also send a mail to hello@broadstreetradio.com, or you visit our office at 195 Ikorodu Road by Palm Grove Bus Stop. Unibrown House is the building. Also available on Google Play Store for Android phone users and on the Apple App Store for Apple phone users is the Broadstreet Radio mobile app. Download Broadstreet Radio mobile app on your mobile devices so that everywhere you go, you can carry Broadstreet Radio along with you. Do have a wonderful day.